Welcome to Gary's Hobby Studio. In this video I'm going to show you what happened with some brushes that I just tested out. It was from the Scale 75 Kickstarter that I backed a while ago. It came with two Kolinksy Sable brushes, and the one that came with it acted kind of weird. So let me go ahead and switch over, and I took a couple of pictures. Okay, and I was painting some miniatures. As a matter of fact, I was painting one of my wife's Deadeye walkers with it, with both of them actually. The one on the right is a Rosemary & Co., and the one on the left is the one from Scale 75. And I can get that out real quick here so that way I can show you what they look like. But basically, I was using the size 2 Rosemary & Co. and the size 1. And here's the size 2 Rosemary. And here's the size 1 from Scale Color, or Scale 75 in their Scale Color series. And it's not a bad brush. It did some really weird things. Switch back over the picture. The one on the left decided to split in the middle for some reason, and I'm not sure why. It's supposed to be Kolinksy Sable, but it has Kolinksy, and I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm just going to spell it T-A-J-M-Y-R. I got a feeling it's either synthetic or it's a blend of synthetic and natural hair. And this is what I was referring to in my couple of videos about painting. One was painting on the cheap, and there might have been a second one when I was going over some stuff. But as you can see, definitely in the one on the left, is that it's, like I said, it starts to split. And I've only ever seen that happen whenever I've used, in the past, when I was first starting to paint, synthetic brushes like this, where, you know, it's either gold or white, or sometimes synthetics, they do try to mimic the actual look of natural hair, but it is a synthetic. And I just found it weird that the one on the left decided to just split like that, because like I said, I've said it in a couple of videos, I've seen where the hairs will go, it'll split and then like kind of curl backwards on itself, and it frustrated the bejesus out of me whenever I first started painting. I was swearing at this stuff left and right, and believe me, if you ever talk to my wife, if you would ever run into us, she can attest to that, because like I said, I wanted to take everything, the games, paints, everything, and just throw them away. Well, ever since I started finding out about the Kolinksy Sable hair that works better, which I found out about these, again, like I said, from Sir Astro's painting. The Kolinksy Sable hair from Rosemary & Co. Is actually less expensive than Winsor Newton. I mean, their prices did go up, but then again, it's like anything else, as costs go up, prices will go up, but I'm totally fine with that. But I just don't want to pay an arm and a leg for it now. Where like one brush of Series 7 from Winsor Newton, that thing could run you for like $15 or more. And that's just one brush, where $15 you might get 2, maybe 3 brushes from Rosemary & Co. Highly recommend them. They're really good brushes. I have no problems with them. I've been working with them for a while now, and like I said, my painting, like I said, it's not going to make you a fantastic painter, but as long as it eases the frustrations of painting, that's the part, because if you get frustrated, you're going to quit. And believe me, that's what I don't want people to do. Like I said, I want to have people also save money, and believe me, these are the better brushes for the lesser price. But this one, like I said, I'm not a big fan of it, and yeah, I know it cost me money by doing the Kickstarter, but I actually got a lot more. I got a nice artist case for all the tube paints, and some acrylic retarder and airbrush thinner, so that you can thin those in airbrush form. They're 48 colors. They don't have metallics, but again, if it works, you know, I'll definitely use them. Now, the one on the right, you will notice a single strand of hair that is kind of sticking out. That has happened from the Winsor & Newton brushes that I purchased. I don't have it with me. It's in my portable kit. Whenever I go over to my friend's house, I just grab this kit. It's got brushes and everything. Just got to throw in whatever paints and models that I want to paint, and I take it and go. But both the Winsor & Newton and the Rosemary & Co., sometimes you'll get a stray hair or two that'll stick out like that. You can either cut it or live with it. I typically live with it, because here's the thing: if you keep cutting all the stray hairs that stick out, eventually you have no hairs left. And I've seen that on those. Like I said, I've been using these for a while, and the Winsor & Newtons that I bought weren't the Series 7. They were a little longer. They were like the regular artist brushes that Pat Catan's was selling, that I was able to purchase whenever they had them, which was great, because that started me that way. Then whenever I found out about the Rosemary & Co.'s from Sir Astro's Painting, I switched to these ones. I still kept the other ones. I still have them. I use them in my portable kit and leave these ones here at my house. They both work. I have nothing bad to say about the Winsor & Newtons, other than just, like I said, they're a little more pricey than the Rosemary's. You'll save yourself a few bucks. But this is going to be my new metallic brush whenever I paint with the metallic paints of Vallejo or Citadel, Reaper, whoever, because I think this will work better for that than it will for the regular acrylic. Because again, back to the photo there, I just don't like the fact that it's splitting like that. It's almost like trying to do the Vulcan grading. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them. I won't recommend them. And like I said, I'm not a pro painter, but just from knowing what first-time starters, because like I said, I've only been doing this for 5 years. Some guys out there, they've been painting way longer than me, but I know from a first-time painter perspective that the stuff that this thing's going to do is just going to frustrate the bejesus out of you. I would definitely not use it. I mean, if they come with a set of paints or something like that you buy, like if you buy the artist case from Scale 75, I believe that the 0 and the 1 come with it, because that was part of the Kickstarter. Here's the 0, here's the 1 of that. These would, like I said, these would definitely make better metallic painting brushes than they would regular acrylic painting brushes. Like I said, just from frustration, it's just not worth it. But that's what I mean by what synthetics would do, is that they tend to do that split. So other than that, that's pretty much the update for this. If you have any questions, do you want to see anything, leave it in the comments. Like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, and this way you'll know when the next time I show you updates like this or anything new. And other than that, hey, have a great day and continue painting.